Uh, Good afternoon. This is Mr. Plumb. We are Plumb and Plumber. There will not be any brickery or electricery on this day because Mr. Plumb and Mrs. Plumb hosted a party last night. And I'm not going to show you the other 3 buckets. Needless to say, Mr. Plumb ended up a little bit nonced, but there is a lesson learnt from this which I shall explain right now. As it says, welcome. That's welcome to my back entrance. So as we were preparing for our little shindig with family, we decided to clear things out to make a little bit more space. And so in this room, we had loads of stuff which I cleared out. And I thought, while I'm here, I'll test out my new lights. So comes in here, goes to that switch, switches it on. Nothing. I was gutted. Mr. Plumb was gutted. After all that work, the lights are going to be the star of the show. Well, not so much the star of the show, but they would have lit things up. And nothing, not a beam. I was gutted. So, I comes in here, all confused, switch it on, switch it off, switch it on, switch it off. Nothing. So, I goes and gets my meter, does all my pre-flight checks. So I checked the lights out there, I checked the switch in here, I turned off the breaker outside in the house, come in here, unscrewed this, metered it all, checked everything, absolutely dead. Nothing there whatsoever. What's going on, I think to myself. And I even asked Mrs. Plumb, who, as far as I know, isn't fully swept up in the latest regulations of electrical installation. So, and she didn't know. I thought, what is going on? It's completely dead. So, I was scratching my head. For ages. How can it be working one day and dead the next? So, I went back. I checked the breaker. I comes in here, gets my meter out, checks everything. Dead. So, after a while, once we cleared some stuff out of the way, Mr. Plumb had forgotten that that, my son, is a fused spur. And it had been knocked off with the stuff we were moving around. So, lesson learnt. It's not always the obvious things that you think might be wrong. In my case, I'd been a nonce and hadn't remembered or checked that those lights were fed by a fused spur and that it accidentally been knocked off. So, lesson learnt, I am Mr. Plumb. I do things the way I do because I don't know what I'm doing. And I shall see you on the next job.